the original Wolf of Wall Street. Jordan Belfort joins me now. All right, Jordan, so these bankers, half of them didn't even show up to the meeting with this communist, and the ones that did show up, they were appalled. What do you think New York thinks of this guy?
Well, listen, I'll tell you a great story back. I'm a New Yorker, right? So let me start with New York, then I'll talk about D.C. here. But, you know, back when I was in public school, 6th grade, right, I was a campaign manager. My best friend was running for class president, right? So we worked on our campaign, our slogans, right? You know, what could we give? Oh, you know, we're going to have, you know, maybe better school lunches, after school activities, you know, stuff like that, right? And he went up and gave his speech, and everyone clapped. I'm like, wow, this is going pretty good. Then the opponent, some girl, gets up, and she's like, if you elect me, there's going to be chocolate milk coming out of the water fountains. We're going to have no more homework. Ice cream sundaes after lunch. We're going to have half days on Fridays. And that's going to be it. And I'm going to make sure that everyone gets, and everyone went wild. I'm like, I think I'm going to vote for her. And like, you know, but here's the thing, you know, free this, free that. This guy is making statements and promises that he can't keep 90% of them, and the ones that he could actually implement would be so destructive to New York that it would literally turn the clock back to the 70s when New York was an absolute cesspool disaster. You couldn't take the train without getting mugged. And it changed when Giuliani came in. You could love him or hate him. When Giuliani came in, he was an incredible mayor, cleaned up the streets, lifestyle crimes, and it trickled up. Murders dropped, robberies dropped, right? So, and again, this guy's talking about worse stuff than that. It's about driving the tax base out of New York. What, are the businesses going to stay if he puts an 11% corporate tax on? No, the businesses are going to flee.
Right.
Right.
So
and it's
Belfort,
just like,
so he's been making the same promises that communists have been making since Karl Marx wrote his little book. And the people in Washington should know better that you don't have a guy that promises that can't deliver. This is old history, man.
The problem is that under communism, the only people that actually prosper are the politicians.
Right.
And their friends. So for them, it's all about a power grab, it's a money grab, and at the end of the day, the people that suffer are the ones that voted for the communists. It's a system that simply does not work. Everywhere it goes, it creates bankruptcy, despair, crime, suppression, oppression. It's an absolute disaster. I'll tell you another story. So I actually went to the Czech Republic in 1994 when they were privatizing the economy. And I went there to try to take a company public there, right? And when I got there, they took me to this one company named Modikov that had 120,000 employees when they needed 2,000 to run the business. They had 120, and they were trying to fire 198, you know, over 100,000 people were trying to fire to try to downsize, right? And the country was in complete ruins. It was in tatters, right? I was in the Czech Republic 3 months ago, and it's like a crown jewel again. You know, communism, socialism destroys everything it touches. It destroys the people. It destroys their morale. It destroys their soul. It's literally the most toxic thing. And by the way, it's almost like there's an infection in D.C. right now. And this infection needs to be, you know, destroyed now. And it's not just antibiotics. It needs chemotherapy. That's how toxic this infection is.
Right, but it's growing. You mean, it first started with the Squad, and then they took out a few Squad people because they basically said they hated the Jews, so they got doged. But this thing looks like it's metastasizing. It's moving over to San Francisco, L.A., Minneapolis. This guy looks like a pirate. He says he's going to abolish ICE. Yeah. And now the crown jewel of the country, the financial capital of the world, is going to welcome in this guy? Is this really happening?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm still hoping that smarter heads prevail here. Because I literally can. I have a lot of friends that live in New York and have businesses in New York, and they all say that if he gets elected, they are leaving. They are leaving. They're builders. They're owners of large companies, very large employers. They will not stay. And by the way, he wants to open up city-run supermarkets. So he's going to put all the bodegas out of business. I mean, you know, what he's saying is outlandish. And he's going to freeze rents. Oh, wait, so you'll have like what? Just they're going to take apartment buildings, right? And they're going to turn to low rent disasters that won't be maintained. People are going to live in squalor. There'll be crime everywhere. And he also wants to get rid of the police and replace them with social workers and no cash bail. Like, these things have been proven in every city, in every country. They don't work. They create disaster areas, disaster zones. People flee other countries to come to the United States to get away from that. And it's shocking to me what's happening.
Belfort, I just wish I was on that trip to the Czech Republic with you back in '94, because I know that would have been one hell of a time, my man. Good to see you.
It was quite a time, Jesse.
It's good to see you, if you can even remember. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.